based users requirement. My client have two type of client. One type of client is currently is SPF user. Another is not SPF user, but they want to use SPF similar software. For some reason, maybe it's a budget issue or something, they cannot buy the SPF, but they really want to some software like SPF. So currently, most of my client is right now is just do the SPF basic function, such as search, view, and print. And then customer heavily use the search, view, print. Sometimes just use a right click and view the relationships. And to check in, check out, and markup. And few clients just use translator only. But previously, the implementation was done for them is also included Kankan engineering and others, right? But for some reason, right now they just use this kind of function. And another requirement is based SPF users. Some users with the data glowing, right? Pretty much all the customers they experience the SPF performance issues based on whatever the reasons. Based on my experience, is SPF itself is designed very well, is very powerful, but if you have a poor schema design, or do some very heavy customization and then change the schema not properly, and then will cause the performance issues. And also the customer don't want to do each time they want to do some changes. For example, add some property, add interface, or add a port or something, right? Those they have to ask some skilled people to do some schema modeling for them, and they will charge them. And after that, they need to do some training again. So this costs a lot of money. Some customer right now even spend $1 million. And then actually, based on my, I work for them based on my understanding as actually the users really is actually need a stable, fast response, easy to use software. And another reason is software cost effective, right? So everybody should know if you are SPF users. First, lots of customers use the database, right? Use the Oracle. Oracle have a very expensive license fee, and also SPF use Microsoft IRS. Microsoft server also have a license fee, and also SPF self also have some license, right? Everybody knows this potential and topping license, right? So they actually looking for some software don't cost much, so even zero cost. So based this kind of the reason, so I built this green EDM for them. Actually, they are pretty happy right now. Okay, let's talk about the software's philosophy. From my understanding is the software should only expose the functions to the user. This user only really needed it. If the user real time use the function or even don't not use it, just delete it. So don't bother the users, and also can keep the system resources, right? And the second is try to make application as simple as we can. So if the everybody should know is if application is very complex and the user will feel very difficult to use it, and eventually they probably will give up. So the third one is I base the situation like SPF, the performance issue, something like this, right? So I very focus on the user's experience. First is easy to use. Another is application performance should be fast. And once the build done, should be less training, even just first training, and you never do the training again. So this will save customers money. And also because this GreenEDM is actually is developed all the open source software, so I make sure I'm only use Metro software. It's proven that for everybody use it. So I never use some the software is still need some certification or something like that. It's all the certificated software, open source software. And let's talk about a little bit about the technical I used, develop tools and deploy platform. First is I used a very stable application as a framework. Actually, I use a Python to develop this software. So this is Python Flask framework, and then use this framework I building REST APIs at the server side, and then I at the client side it's just a web browser, right? Actually is a jQuery plus HTML5, and the deployment platform, server platform is I use the Linux. Actually, right now I'm using Ubuntu. Long-term release is 16.04 plus NGX. Actually, is a web server. This is also is can used as a proxy server. GreenEDM is application server actually. So my application is deployed on this platform combination. So that's the things. And this combination servers actually is a scalable architecture. For example, if right now I'm just deploying the web server and this application server with this all the developed server APIs and installed on one machine. So looks like it's okay. But the future with the data growing and the application is running heavily, so we can easily split the server. For example, application server right now is one, right? You can separate these two. This is a web application server, and application you can be first one if you work heavy, and then you can add a second, third, or something. You can linearly expand the application server. And also NGX itself also can used as a proxy server. So I don't want to talk about more detail about this. If you interested in this, just Google it. You can find that this is a very popular open source platform for web application right now, running very fast. It's a very the number one fast web server right now. Okay, so let's finish this first video. Thank you for viewing. I will make the second video for the demo one. Thank you again.